Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is your weekly love reading from me. It's for wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a general love reading, so it may not resonate for everyone out there. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know the drill, swap the roles if necessary. There is no gender in tarot. I'm going to say he and she for the ease of the conversation, but you know, I'm reading the energy of the cards, and so you just apply the correct pronoun, he, she, whatever, to your story. If it doesn't resonate, check out another placement in your chart. Your moon sign is always a good place to start, or you can just come and see me again next week. I did an extensive pre-shuffle for you. I like to do the pre-shuffles away from the camera. I'm sure if you've seen a few of my videos now, you probably know that I say it's because it takes a long time. I know you're busy and it's private. Two main reasons, basically. The message that was coming out was you and your person also are not looking too far ahead to the future. I see love and passion between the two of you, but you are both looking, you're not looking past too much more than the moment that you're in. Personally, I think it's based out of some kind of discomfort with looking at the future. I think there are moments when you start to daydream about the future and you quickly snap yourself out of it. Yes, you quickly put yourself back into a composure and just try not to think too far ahead. Funnily, your person is doing exactly the same. There's an element of mirroring between the two of you with regards to this aspect. Whether or not this is a newish connection or whether or not it's not, I couldn't say at this point. However, you are both adopting this particular style where you're not looking too far ahead. You're both sort of in the moment. That aside, I think you may have caught yourself, and if it's not you, it's certainly your person. You may have caught yourself actually daydreaming about the future, but for some reason you've not let yourself enjoy that, or even make concrete plans or anything like that. Okay. In the recent past, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Ace of Wands. Do you know what, Capricorn? You're looking at this person through an element of, how to explain it? There is an element here of almost thinking that this person is too good to be true. It's like you see the qualities of this person, and it's almost as if you are watching and waiting from the sidelines to see if they drop a social mask or to see if they start changing their behaviour. Meanwhile, your person here is looking at you like your sex on legs, basically. They're looking at you like they want you in a very physical way. Now, you may or may not have come together physically. If you have, you may be concerned. This may be part of the reason why you're not looking too far ahead, is you may be concerned that this person only wants you for a physical connection. Although your mind is telling you wait and see, let's see how this goes, you know, let's not rush into things, let's not you know, make this too complicated. Let's not look too far ahead into the future. I'm suggesting that deep down on a soul level, we've got the lovers here. Deep down on a soul level, this person is very much for you. I think there's been a bit of a struggle here with regards to overcoming some barriers. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse here, with the Karma card. This Karma card is coming out like for literally every read at this particular point in time. For me, what is significant at this point in time is that very, very soon, on the 31st of October, we've got this full moon in Scorpio, which is actually a blue moon. I'm sure you've heard me mention it by now. For me, there's going to be an energy shift around this time. It could be that around this time, this person actually finally, and maybe you both do, because there is an element of mirroring here, that you finally, around the 31st of October, around this blue moon energy. And remember that the blue moon energy now is going to continue at least into the middle of November. So even if you see this reading, you know, after this time, but you still see it in November, don't think, oh, well, that doesn't apply to me now, because always the full moon energy has a continuance past the full moon date. And this is going to be even more so with the fact that it's a blue moon. I'm sure you know the significance of a blue moon is actually 2 full moons in the same month, which is where the expression once in a blue moon comes from, because it's quite unusual. I'm suggesting that around this time, or the middle of November, or at least the 3rd week of November, you'll see some progress with the fact that perhaps there's going to be more of an intimate connection between the two of you. I think perhaps because there's an element of mirroring, that you will finally overcome some of the obstacles, you know, to actually moving this connection along where you see that it needs to go. In the recent future, we've got the Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Emperor. I think you're seeing your person as quite stubborn and independent. The Queen of Pentacles has come out here as the energy between you, and you started the reading, Capricorn, with the King of Pentacles, and these are a perfect match with each other. Remember I said that there were some obstacles to overcome. Yeah, I think one of the obstacles to overcome is the fact that you see this person as incredibly stubborn. Regardless of whether this person is masculine or feminine, the masculine energy is quite dominant. Now, it's possible for women to have masculine energy, because there is masculine and feminine energy within each of us. Carl Jung called it the anima and animus, you know, and ideally we want to balance the energies as much as possible, but it's always going to be that we're going to sway one way or a little bit more one way or the other. Even if you're dealing with a female, your person has more masculine energy than feminine energy. You know, if you're dealing with a guy, then this is pretty much an alpha male. Yeah, this is somebody that, you know, literally, metaphorically pisses on the lampposts, you know, to claim their sort of vicinity and their status. It's that type of energy. If you're dealing with a man, and I don't normally categorize things into gender, but it's necessary for me to do it. If you're dealing with a man, this is getting your man to come out of that alpha, not completely, because that's obviously what's attracted to them in the first place, but to come away from that alpha energy in a safe environment, for the fact that they don't always need to be in that sort of heavy masculine energy, that they can show a soft side to you, and to soften it a little bit, which will then bring them into the Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is pretty much what you want here. If you're dealing with a girl, then the issue is, and it may not be an issue, but obviously I think possibly for you it is, but for them it may not be an issue. The issue is that they have a lot of masculine energy, for the fact that, and there's nothing wrong with strong women who have masculine qualities, but this is someone that wants to do everything on their own. They don't want to confide in a trouble, they don't want to half a trouble, they don't want to share in a trouble. They would like you to open up to them emotionally, but they are not willing to do it freely themselves. They are going to continue to try to juggle, even if it's very difficult for them, everything, and they're not willing to let you come in to take some of the burden from them. This is causing you a little bit of discomfort, for the fact that you want to give your person love and attention, but they don't always allow you to fulfill the cups too many times. Yeah, they don't allow you to fill every single cup all at once. You know, they're quite happy to tip a few cups away and just only keep one or two in front of them, basically. So this tells me that there's not a flow of emotions. However, there is an element of mirroring, I said here, and I got that very much from the pre-shuffle, that both of you are mirroring this type of energy. So where someone is mirroring, what I suggest often is that you begin to have some kind of conscious awareness with regards to your behaviour. It's sort of like, if you know anything about physics, you know, if you know anything about physics, this will resonate with you. Okay, the law of entrainment. The law of entrainment is found in nature, for the fact that it allows, for example, a water lily, to open and close without any clock at all. It knows, even without the sun present, even if you put a lily in the dark for 12 hours, for 24 hours, for 40 hours, the lily will still open and close at the correct time that it needs to open and close for the sun, even if it doesn't get any sunlight. That's the law of entrainment. However, from a personal level, and a level for me to explain what I mean about trying to help with some mirroring, is the fact that if you've ever seen metronomes, you know, for the music, I mean, there are videos on YouTube that you can watch. You can see 60 metronomes all doing this at different times and different speeds. Yeah, and within 4 minutes they will all do this together in complete unison. This is the law of entrainment. How I'm going to apply this to the tarot and to you is to say that there must be a conscious awareness of the vibration, the vibratory energy that you are giving out, for the fact that your person is mirroring you. So, and you are mirroring them. So there has to be an element of consciousness. So if you raise your vibration and you begin consciously behaving in a particular way, then as a consequence, your person will start to come out of this off time with you, where you just can't seem to get past this Ten of Wands energy, because there is the potential for it. It came out this way, so there is an element of progressing this, but we need to come away from this Five of Cups energy, basically, is what is happening. I'm just going to get 3 cards here just to close this reading out. I've not done very much clarification. In fact, I haven't done any, because I had a really strong pre-shuffle message that came through. So I hope I haven't confused anyone with the law of entrainment. If you are confused, just drop me a comment and I'll guide you to some lovely visual examples of this. Interesting, because we've got the Five of Cups that's come out twice. Qualifying the Five of Cups, we've got the Five of Cups. This only further confirms what I'm saying about your person mirroring you, Capricorn, that there's mirroring here. I think the way forward is to lighten the mood, is to continue not looking too far ahead into the future, to continue to only look within the present situation, but do it with an element of mindfulness and consciousness, and then you will see the wheel beginning to turn for you know, moving this connection forward, because there is love here, and I do think you feel this person as a good match for you. It's just you're not allowing yourself to move too far down the road. You know, you're not letting yourself look too far ahead into the future. I think there's a future here if you want it, but you have to sit quietly and think about what it is that you want. Maybe take a moment to actually look into the future without feeling scared, and then perhaps you can take some control over the situation and actually steer this connection and this relationship where it is you think it needs to go. Because neither one of you are doing that at the moment. You're sort of coasting along without having any concrete plan, and we don't need to plan every aspect of our life, but you know, you can get stuck into this energy of just coasting along without achieving anything, without achieving intimacy, you know, real intimacy. You know, there are some people that are together for a very long time without actually going anywhere, you know. I mean, each to their own with how their relationship unfolds, but I think at some point your person is going to come to a point where they are going to want to walk a little bit further than where they've walked with you so far. This is just the energy I was getting in the pre-shuffle, but they possibly with a little bit of fear linked to the past here with this karma card, you know, and the fact that maybe they've been a little bit defensive, you know, that something a little bit more proactive needs to take place here. Okay, Capricorn, that's just the message that I have for you. Let me know what's going on with you. Drop me a comment. I've had 1 or 2 emails from a couple of Capricorns. So thank you very much for that. I do read them and I do respond, and I'll see you next week.